This is the main question, and I'm sure all of you should know the answer. So why did you decide to become a mentor? Of course, no right or wrong answer. It can be just simply because someone asked, so you joined, or you didn't know what Enactus is, you want to find out. Anyone volunteer to maybe say hi, introduce yourself, and then tell us why you're here.
You can go first. Jeff Savage. I'm the CEO at North Strategic and MSL, communications firms within the Publicis Network. I've been a Enactus judge for a couple years now, and I'm inspired by the students. I think it's incredible what they are doing and how creative they are. And each and every single time I have been a judge, my last piece of feedback has almost always been the same, that they don't take advantage of some of the earned and media opportunities, which is my expertise. So part of my mentorship is to expand their knowledge about marketing and how they can use some very easy, low-hanging fruit to both recruit for their own teams and create opportunities and kind of coverage or attention for their programs. That's why. Do you want me to nominate somebody?
Well, I see some people who raise their hands, so I guess I
Great,
will
then
go
I will
by that
step back.
sequence. Thank you so much, Jess, for supporting Enactors all along, and that's a great sharing that you identify a very specific uh, area of opportunity that mentorship can really help our students. So I will invite Tracy to speak next.
Awesome. Thank you, Harry. So I'm fairly newly exposed to Enactus, thanks to Hamish Knox, who is also in the room. And well, first of all, I judged for the first time this year. These students are just phenomenal, right? Like it made me think, what was I doing when I was at university? Not that. And my passion area is in authenticity. And so how can we like take the things that we learn and incorporate them in a way that feels good for us and grow into the careers that we enjoy having. So that is one of the things that I'm really excited to add to the conversation as a mentor and hopefully fill the gap of somebody I wish I had when I was a student.
Thank you, Tracy, for sharing that, especially the point where you wish you could have someone like a mentor when you're a student. So now you know you can also empathize with the students and you know exactly what they would need. Thank you so much. Anadi, would you like to go
Hello,
next?
hello everyone. This is Anadi, and first of all, I'm the ex-student lead at IBU Enactus. It's a very new team, and I just recently joined the collaboration summit that was held for the student leaders, and that was actually something that changed the whole. I don't know. It was kind of like an eye opener session for me, and that day actually I decided, and immediately when I saw this mentorship program, I thought of like, yes, this is something which I need to do because I really look out to now give back what exactly meant for us to build this team from scratch at a university that is completely business. We are now looking forward to do something for the community, and it's a great project, and I hope will be like showcasing it in the regional soon. So yeah, I also mentor students here. I'm assisting career services at the university, and of course, I'm working closely with the Enactus team as well. So yeah, that was basically the motivation behind being a mentor for other mentees as well. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Anadi. And you know exactly what Annexus does. I think that's like a really good connection with the students who are like also like maybe struggling in their team, doing their project, and you can share some experience that you had. Thank you so much. Hamish.
Yes. So I actually
Hello.
started judging in Enactus literally a couple of weeks after I started Sandler Calgary 14 and a half years ago. And I actually wrote Enactus a check right away to be a donor for money that I really didn't have at that point. And so I've been very inspired by Enactus ever since then. I was a mentor through Futurepreneur, because Futurepreneur, which used to be Canadian Business Foundation, gave me most of my startup capital. So I felt very strong connection to them, and stopped doing that mentoring just because as my business grew, I had less time to do their style of mentoring. And Brittany actually reached out to me and said, "Hey, is this something you might want to be a part of?" And my daily question is, who did I support today? And so that was that day I got to support Brittany by filling in the form and offering to become a mentor. And then I'll get to support a mentee here in Calgary. So Sandler, some of you might know Sandler for sales. It's not really what we do. We focus on helping our clients, A, have more effective human-to-human interactions professionally and personally, and then B, sustainably scale their sales so they can exit for their number, not the number they're told to take. And as is said, nothing happens until someone sells something. And when I shared this with Brittany and with Catherine when I judged at the Nationals, is I am the mean guy who always asks about, so how are you going to make money with this idea? And in fact, one of my comments to one of the national entrepreneur finalists was, hope is not a strategy. So that's where I come from. That was my nurturing voice, just for everybody's benefit. And so I am really excited to work with whoever my mentee is, and help them understand that sales is a noble profession and they are going to have to do it, because as an entrepreneur, you will always be the chief sales officer, whether you have one or thousands of sellers working for you.
Thank you for your continuous support, Hamish. See you, good to see you again. And also, I think that's right. Like being a mentor, of course, we need both. Like we have to be encouraging, but also we want to be honest. We want to tell them the feedback or the lesson they actually needed, and maybe nobody else told them before. So you're playing a very important role here. Thank you so much. And next would be Andrea.
Perfect. Thanks, Harry. So my name is Andrea Joachim, and I used to work at Enactus Canada. So I was the Harry in 2017 to 2020-ish. So I have tried to stay connected where I can. I now work in software sales and customer success. So definitely a great career path that I've loved and would love to help other students and people interested in this space. Tech is so much fun. So yeah, I really wanted to give back. I love participating in all Enactus things while I still can. So yeah, Anya reached out to me and asked if I'd be interested, and this was a really easy yes. So I'm very excited.
Welcome back, Andrea.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support.
You're doing
And lot.
great, Harry, crushing it. Proud of
Thank you.
you.
Thank you. Next would be Lopsy.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're located, or good morning. I was once an active student who had the pleasure of having mentorship. And back in my day, my mentor was the CEO and co-founder, no, CEO and president of AIG Canada. And ever since, I think things have just, I've leaned in heavily and understood how mentorship really shapes one's life. And today I'm leading one of the fastest growing companies out of Ontario, fastest growing startups. And I'm really thankful for the mentorship that I've received while being an active student and an active leader. I contributed to being a judge in the entrepreneurial section as well as the local Atlantic competitions. So that's a little bit about me. This is just more to give back from what I've received in more folds for the students who I'm giving the opportunity to mentor.
Thank you so much. We definitely love to have more alumni to be mentors, and precisely for the same reason. Like you get something out of this experience and the community, and it's time for you to get to give back. So thank you so much for coming back and joining us. And next would be Mike.
Hi, buddy. Thanks for having me. Name is Mike Pham, also alumni here from Enactus back in 2013 in Calgary. Through my exercise at being in Enactus, I The reason why I wanted to kind of become a mentor is because of the nostalgia. Just reminded me of all of the things that I learned, the trials, the tribulations, the coaching, the mentorship, everything that I received and what I gave just kind of went full circle for me. So through the exercise of the last decade, being in sales, management consulting, telecom businesses, and training executive leaders, and it's my opportunity to also, echo the same thing Hamish was saying is, sales skills, being able to represent yourself, put yourself out there, be open, get uncomfortable with being uncomfortable. I think some really valuable skills you can kind of learn from, being in the world of sales. And I think it's also beneficial for us to equip our people of the future with the same skills as well and pass on the torch. So super excited to move forward.
Thank you so much, Mike, for also contributing your time back to our community. And next would be Jessica.
Thanks so much. It's so great to hear everyone's experience and see some of the alums as well. I'm interested to learn more. So I'm brand new to the Enactus orbit. I had a conversation with Catherine Fowler a couple of weeks ago, I think the day before the call for mentors was closing. And she sort of had a plea of if anyone is willing to spend some time and help out some students as they navigate their future pathways. So here I am. I hope I'm the right fit. I'm hearing a lot of sales and entrepreneurship. I actually come more from legacy industry. And so a little bit more the who are the folks that you might be trying to change or be up against or influencing over to your side and things. So I'm curious to learn more about the organization, but also more importantly to just meet students and help them work through kind of it's such an exciting time in your life to figure out what next and unpick the whole ecosystem that you're working in. So happy to help and looking forward to learning more.
Welcome, Jessica. Thank you for joining us. I'm sure you will find the energy contagious here at Enactus, and hopefully you have a great time. And Conan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Conan. I work in the science and technology education and communication field. I currently work at a outreach organization that it's a nationwide. I do consider myself an early to mid-career professional, so I see the mentorship a little bit differently. I see it as a two-way learning where I offer some of the insights and some of my experiences after having worked for a while and knowing some of the industry and real-world constraints. Meanwhile, one thing that having experience working with undergraduate students, it's I really value the imagination, the vision that they have a lot of times because they always bring in so fresh and new perspectives, and their ideas are always unbound. So I feel like it is always like two complementary people working together to find a better future for both of them. And I just really value this opportunity. Thanks, Harry, for inviting and sharing this opportunity with me. And nice meeting you all.
That's a great point. Thank you, because that's what I'm going to talk about next. Like it's not just as a mentor, you're not just offering your advice or expertise, but it's also a great opportunity for you to maybe observe the younger generation and maybe even learn something and get inspired by them. I'm sure all of you, like those of you who have judged in our competition, would be able to relate to that feeling. So yeah, I'm so happy that so many of you spoke and shared with us your experience. I think this is a very important reminder that you know why you're here. Like you're here to give back. You're here to like offer advice to empower the next generation. So I hope that you will be able to keep this passion and continues to support us, right? So I had another question, but of course, some of you have already mentioned it. So if you have been a mentor before, or even if you have spoken just now, feel free to jump in. Can you share with us one of the biggest learning from a mentoring experience? Like something that you didn't know about, but then after interacting with a mentee, and then you realize, oh, like that's something new. So I don't know if that's something everyone has experience with, but if you have, feel free to share. Or maybe if you have been a mentee before, that's also an experience. So I can share my experience as a mentee and a mentor in the past. So I used to be a mentee when I was a university student, and I have a mentor who is from like a completely different sector that I was interested in. I think he was like a company secretary, and I study business. Not like super different, but like something that I'm not familiar with. So I don't know what to expect. I just walk into the meeting, the coffee chat, and be like trying to be open-minded. So turns out he is a trainer for networking, and I was like a first year student. So I was like, I don't actually know what to do when I meet a new person, and I was like, what do I talk about? And then he gave me tips. He gave me advice, and what he actually did is to take me to one of the networking events that he participated in. And so I was nervous, but then I also know that there is someone with me, so I'm not alone. And I think that really helped me. And now I'm much more confident speaking to people at a networking event. So I think that really helped, even though I did not expect that would happen from a mentorship. So I saw Hamish also say that you maybe do you want to like share a little bit with everyone?
So in my experience with futurepreneur mentoring, I got to learn about some businesses that I never would have learned about otherwise, and the inner workings. My last mentee is a laser engraver. So those of you who get like sports trophies for minor hockey or dance or whatever, that's their business. They engrave, and they pretty much engrave anything. So learning about the back end of that and the techniques and the lasers and all of that, and then the struggles that they had in transitioning away from a full-time job because of like a lot of entrepreneurs, there was a side hustle that they were trying to turn into a full-time job. And so navigating not only the challenges of a side hustle plus a full-time job and then plus family dynamics because their partner worked remotely and then got a job basically on the other side of Canada, and having to, how do I make all this transition when I have to move this very delicate, very heavy laser all the way across the country, was really fascinating. So, and a lot of we empathizing with our mentees of th we might know where we might see where they've at because all of us have been 13, 15, 20, 23, whatever our mentees age is, and we can't we can't give it to them. We can support and guide them and say, hey, we see a crack in the path, right? Like, we don't want you to fall into the river because we've fallen into the river, and we're going to tell you about that. And if they're determined to fall into the river, we got to let them fall into the river because that's their choice and they're going to have to learn about it.
Thank you so much, Hamish. Um, so I see some hands raised. Danielle, will you like to share?
Sure. So my name's Danielle. I work in the ocean sector, so I work mainly electronics, but I was a mentee, I think in 2023, 2024. And coming from technology, we didn't really know much about the business side. So having a mentor from like a bank was very helpful because it gave us like to be able to present stats and everything because we didn't have that knowledge. So it was really good to have.
That's great. Thank you for coming to be a mentor now. And Lily.
Hi everyone. My name is Lily, and I go by she, her pronouns, and I'm very happy to be here, grateful to have the opportunity to, be in this different role as a mentor. I am a recent alumni from Enactus and just recently graduated from university, so that's very exciting. And just kind of being here to provide like a two-way learning experience, to provide any insights and experiences that I've learned and gone through to other students. So I think it's a very inspiring role to be in. And as much as there are roles as mentee and mentors, I think that I've always learned so much from either role, and I've had the great experience to be involved with so many amazing mentors. And I just love Enactus, and being able to give back is so wonderful. But I will say, I think that when I think of the biggest learning experience that I've had, it's really that everyone brings something special and unique to the table, and everyone has a role to play on this world to create a positive impact. And I've seen a lot of that within my experiences as a mentee, as a mentor, and being able to interact with people from different sectors, different career paths than me, but still learning things from every single person I've met. So I think that it's just a great opportunity to connect and make new relationships with new people. So I'm really excited to connect with my mentees and to collaborate. So
Thank you, Lily. Clearly, you love Enactus, like all we do. Adali.
I actually heard similar stories, so I was just kind of like trying to relate. So the one thing you mentioned as your mentor took you to the networking event, it's almost the same we are doing here at IBU as well. I remember me being the student first. I am a fresh graduate as well, but I've been lucky enough to be working with the university from past 1 year as a career coach because I have a background from my home country. So I was mentoring students first from, kind of like the school going ones who were just still figuring out what my passion is, what do I take as my med specialization or a non-med thing. And now we are on a very different note than we have come to a new country. We don't know how to approach, how to go out as an immigrant when people meet us, what should be that first talk, how do we approach. So we are just kind of like trying to bridge that gap. And yes, it means a lot because I think it's not just guidance. I think it would sound so maybe a little bit vague that giving that hope, but it's always there. Very important when you know someone is there besides you and he says or she says that yes, I believe in you and you are able to do that. You don't worry, things will be all okay, and we're going to achieve it. So for me, mentorship is more about that, and that connect is something which I have tried to build in my team here at Enactus IBU, and I think I'll be just giving the same to the next mentee, whomsoever I'm going to meet. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that, Nadi. And just a fun fact, which is not very surprising, we do have a lot of international students joining us as mentees. So definitely they would love to have that kind of support in a new country and a little bit of encouragement. So yeah, thank you so much. And the next would be Kay.
All right, thank you. My name's Kay, and I'm very excited to be part of this Enactus. This is my first time here. Came into the country, flew about 8,000 miles to come to Canada, and there are a lot of things that I didn't know, right, about how the environment works here, how things work here. Um, and I've been able to learn from mentors at work how to navigate these environments. And that's been very helpful in terms of just finding my feet and just getting things done, right? And I think that a lot of the students, and like you just mentioned, are from similar backgrounds, and I'm sure that they would sort of be very excited, and it will be very helpful to them to get the help, the knowledge, holding hands where necessary, to navigate their presence in a new environment. So that's what I have gained from mentorship, being a mentee, and I'm hoping to pay that forward to other people, other students. So thanks. Good to be here.
Thank you, Kay. Welcome to the community of enactors. And the next would be Sanchita.
Hey, hi. I am attending the first time this mentorship program. As soon as it came, we, being an immigrant, moved from a different country. It was something very new for me. So I saw the changes between the home country and here, but I am working as an human resource associate in Alternate Savings. So I saw the struggle between the different countries. So when I saw back, I just wanted to bridge that gap between those countries and their experiences. So love to be a mentor for that. And the biggest experience of mentoring is like every time not giving the solutions to your mentees, let them help to get their own solutions, help them, support them independently so they can bring the solutions from their end. Just give the answers at right time, not giving before, so that they will feel like I'll get the answers, so they feel like they won't work hard. So it is my experience, just encourage them to get their answers from themselves. So, and thanks for being me into the part of Enactus. I have attended two job fairs of Enactus presenting Alterna there. So it was a nice experience, and you people are doing a great job, I must say.
Thank you so much. And I love that advice from a human resource professional saying that like how do you like make sure that the mentees or whoever you're advising really get the lesson by themselves. I think that it's actually even more impactful.
Thanks,
Thank
thanks.
you. And Jihan.
I thank you for having me. I think this is my first time at Enactus as well. I'm from the financial industry, banking financial industry. I share the same sentiments with Anadi K and all other immigrants. Myself was an immigrant as well. Came to Canada in 2009. Prior to that, had leadership experience in the consumer packaged goods industry. Came to Canada, was struggling at the beginning because couldn't find the right opportunity. Join an organization, didn't enjoy what I was doing, and I left. And then I changed careers, switched careers, and here I am now wanting to kind of support, mentor, or guide, help new immigrants or students navigate in achieving their aspirations. Because if I go back, 15 years, if I had a mentor to reach out to and ask questions to say, this is what I want to do. Am I doing the right thing, or get some feedback? That was something I didn't have, which I wished I had back then. I would have been a different story altogether. So that kind of opened up my thought process to say, what, this could be a really good opportunity to help the young generation in trying to achieve their aspirations.
Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your experience, Jihan. I am so happy that all of you have a lot to share. And so it feels like I don't even need to do a lot of like so-called training, but it's just some reminder or like some sharing from me. So when I'm looking through the applications of all the mentees, so I asked them a question. Well, like what do you expect from the program, or what are you looking for? So I summarize all of those into three main themes. So our mentees are navigating uncertainty for sure. And that's something we all do. And of course, as a student who are just starting in like studying in their specific area, they might not know what's going on in the real world, as in terms of career development. So some people, like I put some quotes here, they don't know whether they can work in a field they didn't study in, or they struggle to identify a job that fits who they are. So they're still going through like searching for an identity or finding themselves. So that is something a lot of students raised. Some of them, especially those who are going to graduate soon, they may have a better idea what they want to do. So they would be very specific about a sector that they want to go into. Then they're more direct. So they would say, oh, maybe they would like some help on job application, some feedback on their resume, or they want to turn what they've learned through Enactus into a meaningful career. So these are more direct asks. So I would encourage all of you to really have this conversation with your mentee to understand what they need and what they're looking for. And of course, if I'm trying to make the match so you can offer the kind of help they need, but if not, of course, I'm sure you will have access to other resources or other people who may be able to support your mentee. And other than these kind of like very specific concrete asks, some people are just, they need some push or encouragement. Like some say that they are a bit shy to connect with new people. Some say that they have a lot of excitement, but also anxiety, transitioning into the professional world. So again, of course, we want you to offer some very concrete help and advice, like something more substantial. But it also goes a long way if you build like a foundation of trust between the two of you, and then just the feeling of you're not alone. Someone is supporting you out there. I think that's really making a difference. So just some very easy ways to start your meeting. So of course you get to know each other a little bit more, not just about what you study, what they study, or what you work, but also you can share more about your life journey. Like for example, those who are immigrants before, then you can talk about the struggles moving into a new country, or you worked in different industries. So how does that work for you? As in you can share more about your like life experiences, not just about work and study. Ask questions as well. So be curious, like what have they been going through? What energizes them? What challenges they're facing? And last but not least, definitely we should set some goals together. Be more intentional. So we are trying to make this work. We are trying to make sure everyone gets something out of the experience. I'm just giving you some examples. Like the objective is to identify a few possible career paths, or maybe identify some positions that they can apply to, review their resume, or maybe just if you're living in the same city, check out a new restaurant or cafe together. I think like it can be casual, it can be professional, it can be anything that fits the vibe or the relationship, just anything. But having some goals set together, like you're working on this together, I think that would help as well. So yeah, that's just some sharing from me. And once again, thank you to all of you for participating as mentors, and looking forward to having a good connections. Just final reminders. So I would keep in touch with all of you and do a like a check-in to see if you need any support. Sometimes maybe uh, you're a little busy, or the mentee is also busy, then you're struggling to find a time to meet, then let me know and see how I can support. Yeah, I'm opening the time for everyone if you have any questions. But I feel like everyone is very ready to dive in and participate and connect.